side is 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Washington's offense will start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Hernandez. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Huskies headed quickly to the line. They go to the ground. Quick spin on the run. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wide out trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Groupers offense will get the ball for the 1st time. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Right, and this corner really can shut down half the field. And that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back. And I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good and so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a 3rd down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win. And whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
to the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He wants to take the top off. A full dive to haul that one in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Husky.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Here comes the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in their run game with the option, too.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
He's going to run it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They kick it away on 4th down. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running back searching for a hole. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be...
Breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons. Man, This is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And the groupers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The sure hands, it's sharp. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Off-play action on first down. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they tacked on the extra point.
And 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the groupers send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Coming out with it, it's Jeffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The groupers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Oh, the sweet feet. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To be in a big rush, they have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Right on the money. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's a
touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive line. Take him out to dinner.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the groupers want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The groupers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. It's reverse. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Craig. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Craig. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. On the option. He'll toss it. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
The Groupers will punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on 1st down, 2nd and long coming up. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Husky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Punt is on its way. He's got it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad.
There we go. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Washington. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Kansas State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Cats in a statement win, if there ever was one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The option look. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Groupers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for space. It's Craig. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Groupers decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He might want another play. They try to get it outside on the left. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Sharp. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hand.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The groupers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Here we go.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Emtman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's Purple, breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Absolutely perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right back to the well. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
To throw, it's Wicks. Makes the grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The groupers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Craig. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the groupers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The run from the shotgun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The groupers will send out the punt unit. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get to him as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
At the 40, there he goes. Gashing the D on the right. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line. And they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And that's one of the challenges the option prevents. They stretch you from sideline to sideline.
There's a lot of different ways, Reese, this running back is going to get involved in this game. Yeah, we're going to see him run between the tackles, but they've got a lot of creative ways they can get him out on the perimeter to try to use his speed, and the option play is one of them.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Slams ahead. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough.
Fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when you're
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Kelly. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. And the groupers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Norman. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The groupers line up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Second down coming up. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.